Welcome to another episode of Ask All County, where you ask and we answer. Today I'm here with Arlene Verhides, and she is our excellent maintenance coordinator, and she's going to share with you the maintenance and repair process. Arlene, can you share with our audience, what is your process for maintenance and repair?
So our maintenance and repair process is basically pretty simple. Our tenants will have to put it in writing, and at that point we will go ahead and communicate with them, letting them know that we have received it. So you always want to have some way of communication. We also do have a 24-hour line, just in case we're not open. They can always go ahead and reach us there as well.
Okay, so 24-hour maintenance, so if something happens, they can contact you.
Important.
Yes. So when a maintenance request is submitted, what happens next?
So we go ahead and, look at what's going on with it, and we will go ahead and send it to one of our vendors. We will also email a tenant letting them know that, hey, listen, we've received it, and this vendor will be contacting you. And we also email our owners and letting them know the same thing.
Okay, so it seems that communication is key.
Yes, absolutely, 100%. You always want to communicate with them, because I think it just makes them feel a little bit more comfortable, like they're not being ignored.
Got it. And then what kind of vendors are you using? Do you have someone in-house, or are you outsourcing the work?
We do not have maintenance in-house. We do have our preferred vendor list. They are licensed and insured, and we've been working with them for quite a while.
Okay. What would you say is a benefit for, let's say, using your vendor as opposed to using someone else that I know, or my Uncle Joe?
Well, if your Uncle Joe is licensed and insured, you can use him. But if he's not, we just like our vendors because we know that they are licensed and insured, and we've been with them with business for a long time. And I think it's important to have a licensed and insured vendor. You need that, because in case anything were to go wrong with the work that they do, their license, will pick it up. Their insurance will pick it up. Whereas if you don't have it,
you're protected.
Yes.
And what can a investor or just someone that's trying to rent out their property do to kind of maintain their property and ensure that the asset is being protected?
You always want to try to see if you can do like a quarterly drive-by, and you can just inspect the exterior of the home, see what it needs. Maybe it needs a little bit of sprucing in the landscaping, or a little bit of a paint job and stuff like that. So you always want to drive by the property and see how it's looking.
Okay, and what about the interior?
The interior, I think you should always go ahead and reach out to your tenant and try to do like a yearly interior inspection or a biannually interior inspection, and just look at it and make sure that everything is being taken care of, because at the end of the day, it is your investment property. Very
good. So just to recap, Arlene, you mentioned that maintenance requests should be in writing.
Yes.
You don't want to accept phone calls. Have a 24/7 way for your tenants to communicate with you if there's an emergency.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that all of your maintenance is handled by a licensed and insured vendor. And you also want to do an exterior inspection quarterly. Make sure that they're not parking on the grass and have a workshop or a workspace on the grass.
Yeah.
And then you also want to do a yearly or a biannual inspection on the interior to make sure that the interior of the property is being maintained.
Yes.
Does that about cover it?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, I hope this helped in answer to your questions about the maintenance and repair process. Remember, if you ever have any questions, feel free to email us at contact@allcountyppm and submit your question. And who knows, you might be on the next episode of Ask All County, where you ask and we answer.